Welcome back to WrestleMania and Snickers. And now we got a SCWRM Championship match on our hands.
It even has that.
Why are you
The
using
Snickers
Wrap
logo
of Cortex?
It's even there, Dwibs. The Snickers logo is all over this fucking game.
Jesus.
The load times are just as long.
Fitting.
Oh,
Dwibs,
I only just heard it.
Dwibs, question. When you're creating a wrestler in this game, can you put the Snickers logo on his clothes?
I have no idea.
How
Please
much do you want to
check.
bet you can?
We need
I
to...
don't have this game anymore, though.
Aww.
I'm willing to imagine that this game was funded quite in no small way by Snickers.
Hey, I've got a... Hey, listen, I got a swanky new theme.
Yes, you do. Doesn't sound British at all, now does it?
But are you still face or...
Heel.
Really? That music sounds like something you would attach to a face.
Well, sometimes heels like to be really, really pompous.
I
True,
wonder.
that is true. That is true. The job. It depends more on the characterization of specifically. Like if it's like for example, there was this guy JBL who was all about being incredibly a rich, pompous asshole. You know, so they give him an incredibly pretentious, pompous trumpet theme. That's all to fully illustrate his ego. It depends. When it's something like who's just a flat-out asshole, who's always angry and stuff like that, then maybe you might have something a bit more intense.
I wonder, has there ever been a match where a face has had to team up with a heel against the greater evil
Yes.
or something?
Oh, plenty.
Randy, you just had a match.
Yeah, exactly. Why the hell is Randy Orton? Oh, he's a WWE champion. Hey, nothing you can
Hey, when did he win
say.
when did he win the WWE title?
Time travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. He had a secret match at the back, and
That somehow won him the title.
No, it's simple, Dwibs. What happened was he had the money in the bank suitcase. He cashed it in while the current champion was asleep. He pinned him while he was asleep, and there you go.
Oh
yeah,
my god.
Speaking of that,
Also Venom.
you know the Hardcore Championship? Remember the Hardcore Championship?
Mm-hmm.
They've brought a form of that title back recently called the 24/7 Championship. Basically, it keeps the rule of the champion must defend the title all the time, everywhere he goes, or she goes. I mean, hell, there was one time recently where the champion was asleep on a plane, and the guy just pinned him, and he woke up, but he still lost the title. And hell, even more recently, a pregnant woman won the title.
Really?
And no one wanted to pin her because no one wanted to pin a pregnant woman. But you know who did pin her and got the title off her?
What?
Her husband.
Ha! Fitting.
While they were at a fake doctor's they're at a fake doctor, and they were stalking each other, and then that's how he pinned her.
And this happened in front of a loaded crowd.
Well, I guess it could have been worse. Could you imagine if it was awkward if he pinned her while they were having sex or something?
Or while she was having the baby.
How do you explain that to the medical staff?
Oh yeah, this is the guy.
It's a medical miracle, Sheila.
Yes.
Hey, this guy won the Royal Rumble earlier on in the playthrough, and hence why he's here. Because he gets a world title match.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Byron, this is it. This is the match we've been waiting for. He's worked so hard to get to this point, Michael, and for his sake, I hope he's ready because I assure you, these opportunities don't come around
Very what?
I'm guessing he was gonna say very often.
Alright, now time for our final... Deji!
What is he doing here?
And you've already got a world title, you greedy fuck.
Universal
Now,
champion.
for someone completely different.
So what exact? Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. What's the Universal Championship?
It's Raw's version of the world title.
Oh, so they changed its name. Okay. Weird. To be fair, I guess it's, I still think I don't know. I think they could. I don't think that's a very good title. It implies that it's better than the WWE one, but whatever. I think a better name. One thing that I think they could do is change it so that there's the Raw Championship, and the SmackDown Championship to make.
It's for both the titles.
There you
How
go.
interesting.
So basically, whoever wins gets everything.
Well, okay, those two, the SCWRM title and the WWE title.
And they become the undisputed champion.
Of the
Well,
world?
except the Universal title.
Oh, okay.
And it's it has the potential to be a half-an-hour epic.
Let me guess. It's gonna finish really quickly.
Well, considering how long the part is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's just this match. Okay.
Also, Cedric Alexander is a dumbass. Who did he think he was going to catch jumping from there? Alright, so who are you guys rooting for this match?
Well, I'm not in there, so I'm neutral.
It's hard for me to pick. Joy?
I'm gonna be nice and say Dwibs because he's actually here.
Yay! Yeah,
Congratulations.
Look at that.
Look at that, Joe. It turns out they can get along sometimes.
Aww.
I mean, if this is getting along, then sure.
Yes. They can get along on the floor from time to time. Oh! That sounded like it hurt.
What a display of unmitigated strength. Incoming! His head is taken in.
Boy, Deadsy's in trouble over there.
Wow, Dwibs is going straight for Orton.
Well, he's the most experienced one out of the bunch, so I'll take him out.
When his strikes land, you can feel it in the first.
Okay, let's Triple H this. Oh, or not, maybe.
That's Triple H. What?
Well, remember this. The sledgehammer has always been Triple H's weapon of choice.
Yeah, that's true.
Missed by a large margin on that one. Wow, he's better than that.
I guess.
Or is he?
Cedric Alexander. Nice job by Randy Orton there. Here it comes. He's got him.
Oh yeah, it's a Falls Count Anywhere match. Ow. Ow. Oh,
Wow.
No. Oh.
Jeez, Dwibs, you and Deji are getting barreled this match. What happened?
That's okay, Joe, but now they've just turned against each other. There you go.
Oh, this is not like this wasn't a match where you.
Yeah, that's smart. Turn on the weakest of the weak.
He's just so dominant.
Well, turns out going against Randy Orton didn't work, so I just decided to switch tackle.
It was more so Deji that went for you. So.
I'm running away from the. Oh.
Wow.
Well, remember, he's heel in this match, Joe. So.
When is he not heel?
When I'm not standing on my feet.
Oh, what a German suplex. This one's over, guys.
Boy, Randy Orton's got the most health out of you.
This could be it.
See?
And Deji's gone.
Alright. So now it's free. So now, and then there were only 3.
2.
And now it's just Dwibs and Orton.
This is getting out of hand, guys.
Getting out of hand. It's
Get out of my way, please.
What do you
Thank you.
expect from this match? Yeah. You're eliminated. Get out of here.
Working for him.
Come on, Orton.
Can he end it quickly?
And
Nah, that's not gonna work.
You were
Oh, it
saying
is. Okay, so what's the rest of this part then?
Other matches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it the-
there we are.
so we're gonna get the Undertaker match finally?
In a bit.
What, is The Undertaker like the final boss of all these WrestleManias always?
No, well, the Undertaker was still in the WWE, Jova. There was this tradition where he would always have one match at WrestleMania, and for a long time he had an undefeated streak at WrestleMania.
He lost it a few years ago to Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now I'm the ultimate champion. You will all bow before me.
Complete with a choir.
And look at my pose.
Ripto would be proud of you, Dwibs.
Here
Oh,
we go.
goody.
I believe this was one where I was up against a friend of mine.
Last man standing match. There we go, from Death Valley.
Don't you mean from Texas?
No, Dwibs, he's from Death Valley.
Where's his bike gone? Why isn't he riding down on a bike to
No,
biscuit?
Dwibs.
What's wrong with the bike?
Dwibs, we agreed not to mention that again.
Okay, now I gotta know. What's this about a bike?
Okay,
Basically,
Jova, let me explain.
What?
Between his debut in 1990 and 1999, his gimmick was this. He was a guy. He was
This-
basically a dead
This
guy.
kind of death god, like who's like this big, intimidating figure who never speaks. You know, and it's like the.
Oh,
Oh, makes sense. He's dressed like an
Well, he
Undertaker.
rarely spoke. In 2000 up till 2003, he adopted a new gimmick where it was basically him kind of playing a slightly fictionalized version of his real self. He rode a bike all around and acted like an American, a typical Southern American guy.
The redneck stereotype, yeah. And it was so cringy, and nobody liked it. And WWE decided to have this thing where he would die, and then he resurrected as his old characterization.
In 2004, and it's been
Yeah.
that way since.
I gotta wonder, what was even the point? Like, I mean, he's called the Undertaker. Why would you have him act like a redneck out of nowhere?
And then do you think, Jova, when he was doing the redneck thing, he was still called the Undertaker?
That's the thing, Jova. Obviously it's good to try different things with the characters, but it was such a complete 180.
Like, it doesn't even
That,
make sense with the name. Like, I mean, shouldn't it have to do something with his name to actually match the theme?
Yeah, like it was a bad idea in general. Like it's not even a matter of execution. Like it was just a terrible idea. Period.
A lot of
Nobody
people-
really liked it.
It's speculated, though, that apparently that was actually his idea.
Ugh. Well, dude, just leave it to the writers themselves. to
Like,
come up with
seriously,
the
look at
ideas.
this. This is the full package here. It fits the theme and it's intimidating as all heck.
Oh, no, that's the thing, Java. When he had that phase at the bike, he changed his theme to a theme that was so. I'll show you after
What,
this.
Cotton Eye Joe?
Basically, he had one theme, then he had it changed to Rollin' from Limp Bizkits.
Oh my god.
And then another theme where he was like, you done it now.
And he still called himself the Undertaker.
Yeah, it was so dumb. It's like if all of a sudden, imagine if all of a sudden Thanos started acting like a hillbilly, like it doesn't make any sense. It's just a stupid idea.
So, I gotta wonder, is he retired now or is he still doing this whole yearly thing?
I don't think he was at WrestleMania.
He's retired
I don't
completely.
think,
Right.
I don't think he was at WrestleMania this year. Last year he beat John Cena in like a minute.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Well, at the very least, he had a good run, I would argue. So, sure, enjoy your retirement, dude.
Although
Well, that reminds me, Dwibs. What about his brother Kane? Is he still there?
he's been in one or two matches since then, The Undertaker. Kane As for Kane, he's actually the mayor of Knox County in Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
In story or in real life?
In real life.
Ah. Can never be too careful with these wrestling stories.
Anyway, this guy is Akam from back then, the stable called the Authors of Pain. Although it must become a bit of a weird WWE thing as of late, the name was shortened to AOP.
Huh.
Yeah, sometimes WWE likes removing or shortening names.
And guess what? To give you an idea, Jova, the Undertaker's ultimate move is called the Tombstone Pile Driver.
Of course. I think there was actually a monster truck named after that.
The abuse these competitors are about to put themselves through, with the hope of being the last.
But yeah, from what I understand, The Undertaker is like the Superman of wrestling, in the sense that he's the legend that everyone knows about. Though,
Well, I would argue the original characterization of Hulk Hogan back in the 80s was a more appropriate Superman equivalent.
I guess, but I mean, yeah,
The Undertaker is more so like this intimidating figure who doesn't really speak.
Hogan, for the longest time, was the prototypical ultimate good guy.
was The Undertaker a face or a heel?
Just to give you an idea, Jova, here's Hulk Hogan's song from the 80s. I am a real American, fight for the rights of every man.
So it sounds like he was trying to be the Captain America.
You know what's funny, Pedro? That wasn't intended to be his theme originally. It was meant to be the theme of a pair of a tag team whose gimmick was that they were ultra American, but well, they gave it Hulk Hogan, and well, I mean, he even kept up his ultra good guy phase up until 1996 when he was in WCW. Although by that point, that gimmick had worn so thin, he pretty much had no choice but to turn heel if he wanted to keep his relevance, and it worked out pretty well for him.
Think more of, when it comes to Undertaker equivalents, Joe, think more Dark Side rather than Superman.
Why is the referee picking up the chair?
So, question, was The Undertaker a face or a heel?
Both.
Well, that's the thing, Jova. The Undertaker never really had any kind of allegiance. Like, he was just this quiet character who rarely spoke and didn't really have any interactions with the other characters. He was just like this, loner who was only there to, like he didn't show up much, but like it was one of those cases where every time he showed up, no matter how few there were, he always made a mark. Because he was just that intimidating and had so much presence.
So what did he sound like when he spoke?
I'll show you after. I'll show you his more talky phase in the bike later.
Okay. That's what he talked like when he was this incarnation of him. When he was the biker dude, he talked like a typical Texas redneck.
Huh. That sounds like
Basically,
a mess.
Although that was the thing though, they already had a Texas redneck. It was Steve Austin.
But don't you see, Dwibs? It's funny. Apparently.
The intention of that gimmick wasn't humor.
Well, then what the fuck was the point of it then?
So he could play a slightly fictionalized version of his real self.
Brilliant.
I mean, points for creativity, but dang.
I can't be sure if it was his idea to do that. I mean, sometimes wrestlers do get to have their own ideas in storylines and the matches. Sometimes they work well, other times they don't.
Joe, I think one of your comments from Gym 2 Extras part describes that better. There's being creative, and then there's just being a mad scientist.
Yeah.
Well, crap, we knocked out the referee. Basically, to win a last man standing match, you have to get your opponent down to the point where they can't get up by the time the referee counts to 10. Although there was the referee at the time. So.
Yeah, kind of a flawed plan if you knock out the referee too.
Just crappy. It's counting too slowly.
What, did FIFA hire him?
Nah, no, the FA did.
I think that was harder than the first time.
I'm not saying the FA are corrupt, they're just incompetent sometimes.
Isn't that corrupt, Dwibs?
No, they're just they just suck at their no, they're sucking at your job, and then there's sucking at your job and taking a lot of glee in it.
Don't worry, Dwibs. We can get. Don't worry, Dwibs. Neil Breen is on the case.
So, are you playing as the Undertaker?
He'll do something about those corrupt.
Corrupt.
Yeah. You're saying, Joe? Sorry.
Never mind. I was about to ask if he was playing as the Undertaker because I noticed the button prompts for him show up, but I noticed it showed up.
No,
as well.
Isn't this like CPU?
No, I'm playing against a friend of mine.
Oh, okay. Then.
Okay. Never
that
mind,
explains the button prompts.
Not over yet.
Bonk.
No, he reverses it. Wow, can't believe the Undertaker got out of that one.
He's the Undertaker. He's seen this shit.
He doesn't appear to be in a hurry to get up here. I just don't think he again.
Ow.
Hey, it seems to be working for him. This could be
Stay down this time.
Yeah, he's on Dream Street.
There. Now stay down. No.
Shit, missed it.
Where are you going?
I've decided I don't want to do this anymore.
So who's playing as who?
I'm the Undertaker. My friend is this Akon fella.
Ah.
And that's the second time he's used that, guys. And probably not the last.
Okay.
Doing some more
That was.
damage here. Michael, that is so dangerous.
I think the sledgehammer would be more effective in this situation, Dwibs.
I guess he doesn't want it to end too soon.
Well, man, he's going off here.
Stay down.
This is by design, or if he just lost his mind. He is a
Ow.
one-man gang in there.
Dwibs, I think God, what was the name?
Going for an encore here.
Not a pile driver, considering you can't pin in this match.
And the
Choke slam.
Yeah, I think a choke slam would probably be a good idea right now.
Not even close. Jeez,
I'm
that was
trying.
embarrassing.
It's just the game didn't. Oh,
Undertaker.
I
There we
can't
go.
use the.
Tombstone.
There we go.
Driver. Game, set, match.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. There's a version of the tombstone without the pin. Okay.
Damn, the target you have to hit to get up is really small now.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, otherwise it would be way too. One of the problems with the earlier WWE games is it was far too easy to make to use the ultimate moves.
How are these superstars even still going, guys? I mean, the
There we go.
Undertaker wins. The Undertaker gets it done, folks.
Yep. Well, it's not undefeated now, but his winning streak, his winning point is continuing.
It's all over, and Undertaker stands victorious. And talk about displaying a never say die attitude. It was as
Well,
if
yeah,
winning
he
was
is called the
ultimately
Dead
up to him
Man,
tonight.
so he can't say never say die, can he?
Following this big singles win here tonight.
Well, that is WrestleMania and indeed the main playthrough of WWE 2K18.
What a ride it's been, folks. What a ride it's been.
It's funny because The Undertaker has a move called the Last Ride.
Well, we'll see you for WWE 2K19 or something, I guess.
Well, not that one. Maybe a future game, but in the meantime, stay tuned for when we have a couple of pre-recorded live stream parts.
Light.
Sure.
See ya.
Yeah.